Why is it that the man who leaves first becomes impossible to erase from her mind? Because he's not just another chapter. He's the one who closed the book before she could. He becomes the riddle, the scar, the ghost. And no matter how much she tries to cover it up, he lingers in the shadows of her memory. Here's why she'll never forget him. 1. The day he snatched control from her hands. Women are used to deciding when the game ends. They expect to be the ones who walk away, holding the power. But when he left first, she felt the ground shift beneath her feet. For the first time, she wasn't the one in control. That sting never fades, because it flips her entire worldview upside down. 2. The silence that tore her apart. Words can be argued with, tears can be debated, but silence is final. When he left without begging, without explanation, his silence became a weapon sharper than any insult. In her mind, silence translates to one thing: she was not worth the fight. That thought echoes endlessly. 3. The ghost of the unfinished story. Closure is a drug she craves, but he never gave it. By walking away first, he froze the story mid-scene, leaving it unresolved. That unfinished ending replays in her head for years because she never got to script the last word. He becomes the haunting what if she can't kill. 4. The proof she was never his foundation. She expected him to collapse without her, to lose direction, to stumble, to crawl back. Instead, he rose higher, proving she was never his foundation, but merely a chapter in his mission. That realization cuts deeper than rejection. It proves he was the stronger one all along. 5. The moment he ripped away her safety net. Many women keep men in orbit, backups to lonely nights, comfort when the spotlight fades. But when he walked first, he vanished from her safety net. No more backup, no more cushion. She was left exposed, free-falling, and that feeling of emptiness attaches his name to her deepest fear. 6. The strike that forced her respect. Weak men crumble under beauty. Weak men fold when faced with tears. But he stood tall, looked her in the eye, and left. That moment branded itself into her memory, because even if she resents him, she cannot deny him respect, and respect is the seed of obsession. 7. The scar that shattered her ego. Her ego thrives on men who can't let go. She feeds off their desperation. But the one who walked away first, he became the crack in her mirror. Every new admirer, every man who kneels, feels like an imitation of the one who refused to. That scar follows her everywhere. 8. The power of a man who can let go. Letting go is the ultimate test of strength. Most men cling to comfort, but he chose discipline over desire. That power radiates in her memory because it made him untouchable. The man who can let go is the man she'll never truly escape. 9. The benchmark she'll curse forever. Every man after him becomes a silent comparison. The way he carried himself, the way he refused to bow, the way he left without looking back. That becomes her standard, and no one measures up, no matter how hard she tries to convince herself otherwise. 10. The ghost that lives in her mind. Years may pass, she may move on, love again, even marry, but deep inside there's always one presence she can't shake. The man who walked away first. He becomes the ghost at her table, the shadow in her dreams, the question she'll never answer. And that makes him unforgettable. Final word. The man who walks away first doesn't just leave a woman behind. He leaves a mark, not because he was cruel, but because he showed a strength she rarely sees. And that strength will haunt her forever.